Okay, guys, here we go. It is Sunday night. It is the Midnight Collectors Club, sorta, kinda. We are wrapping up the Critter Kickstarter campaign this evening. We're going to hang out with y'all. We are going to chit chat about some comics. We might do a little bit of a BDI sale tonight as well. There's books sitting around, as always. There's always books sitting around. We might throw some up for you for sale. But we are going to talk about the campaign. That's the primary thing. We've got an hour and a half, 90 minutes remaining. And as we start the campaign, my friends, something crazy has happened. Are you ready? I got to get rid of this thing. Otherwise, it's not as effective. Boom! We just crossed the 20K mark this evening, folks. Just as we were leading into this show. Now, listen, I've been at this a little while. And that $25, I'm really not happy with. Because it's far too easy for, let's not even say the word. Let's just call it a DO and you guys can figure it out. Too easy for that to come around and knock us back down. But 5 backers away from 300 backers, 88 minutes to go. We have rolled over 20K. Technically, we have unlocked another stretch goal, which we will show you here for the first time live tonight as we're chit-chatting. But I want to see that number get a little higher before we get too excited about it, because I know how this works. So we're going to talk comics tonight, guys. We got a whole bunch of people hanging out with us this evening, including Mr. JD Rosario. Jay, you want to come on the show? Jay, you want to come say hi to the BDI fans? You're welcome to come on. I mean, we are talking BDI stuff tonight, but we go down many rabbit holes. JD, I just got off a show with him, Jay Rosario, JD Calderon. They do a show Sunday nights, and they are gracious enough to invite me from time to time. Jay has a Kickstarter of his own called Shield of the Interceptor. He's got about 2 or 3 weeks left on that. So Jay's welcome to come pitch a little bit. Oh my God. Look at that. See, we got just a little more. It's almost, I'm almost willing to call it official. almost, Shawnee, I'm almost willing to call it official.
Yeah.
So close.
It's right now we're kind of on the technicality edge. And
That's right. Yeah, because there's definitely a lot of people that could be like, nah, I'm not interested in spending
right
$100.
now. It's too easy for the backers to giveth and the backers to taketh away.
This is correct.
So
This
we
is
want
correct.
to giveth more, a little bit more,
Yes, we need a little more, and then we'll show you the bonus stretch goal. All
Boom.
right, we're right there, guys. We're right there.
Then we can write it in stone.
Yes. Please. We've had a great day today. No backouts on our last day so far, which is great. It freaks me out, man. It freaks me out.
Yeah, because like you said, you've been doing this a while, and so that's a little bit. You're like,
but it still freaks me out. It still freaks me out. It's all sketchy.
Yeah.
Speaking of sketchy.
Segue. Speaking of sketchy.
And that's not even in a bad way. That's because you sketch.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not the sketchy bad kind. I'm the sketchy drawing kind.
Yeah,
right.
Yes. The artistic sketchy. Hey, Brian.
Hello. Hi, everybody.
Correct.
Hi, Shawnee. Hey, Tom. Hey, everybody watching.
So we're over the 20,000 mark, but we want it to be a little bit more.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, guys.
No.
For those that don't watch this day to day, hour to hour like I do,
That don't live it and breathe it.
we crossed 19,000 4 days ago. Okay. Then we fell down. We got it back 2 times at 19,000. Then we fell down. We got it back 3 times over 19,000. Then we fell down again. And we rolled into today where we got back over 19,000 and we've now put some numbers on the board to
Get off the roller coaster.
towards a solid finale. And again, towards the stretch goal, which if we can maintain this through the next 84 minutes, there will be one more stretch goal unlocked. And as we go through the show, we'll show you what it is, because I have it set aside. It's in the image section that I can pop up when we're ready to call it official. But yeah, this is exciting. This is great. We got Brian back to chill out with us. Freddie has arrived as well.
What's up, Freddie? What's up, Mike?
Everybody, we're just chilling. So, I don't even know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do because I get too nervous watching that 50. I'm like, I know it's coming. I know something's gonna come, and I'm gonna get upset.
We don't want
so I don't know what to do. So Brian, tell us something.
I was gonna say. Put you on the spot.
Give us something, Brian. What's going on? You got any cons? I know I gave you some art for prints just recently. So you got a con coming?
Well, I was hoping to have them for Albuquerque.
Yeah, but I fucked up. You can throw me under the bus. It's fine.
No, yeah, so I didn't get them in time for Albuquerque, but I did make a few of them that I'm going to be dropping off at a local tattoo shop. They've been asking me to drop off some of my pinup girl prints there. So I've got a nice little assortment for them. We'll cool. See how that does. Most of the stuff I sell in shops is just the horror things. But you know, the
tattoo people like those girls. They like those girls.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I've seen them put like Betty Page on their arms and stuff.
Yep. So the tattoo shop is particularly interested. So I've got, I don't know, maybe like 6 or 7 different images I'm going to try out there and see how they sell.
Awesome.
But yeah, I got a lot of shows coming up, but I got a nice little month window here just to get some art done. I have 4 commissions on my board right now that I need to knock out, on top of all kinds of craziness of life. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
Albuquerque was good. Albuquerque was a fun show.
Yeah, Nia was there. She said that she had a good time.
she was on kind of the other end of the room. They put me next to some Marvel dudes, which was cool. You know, can't complain about being side to side with Marvel folk. It was neat. This was my first featured guest spot at a convention, so I got to be in the cool celebrity room. We got to go in the green room. Christopher Lloyd walked by my table and said hey to me. We kind of made eye contact with each other, and he goes, "Hey," and I go, "Hey," and he just kind of went along. But you know, how often does Christopher Lloyd walk by? You know,
That would be a first in my world. Yeah.
I got a head nod from Gil Gerard, Buck
Right.
Rogers. Yeah, he and Aaron Gray were walking by. I was looking at her. I didn't even notice him, and he was right there. And as they came by the booth, he kind of looked at the booth and gave me a hey, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's Buck Rogers." I was like, "Hey, Buck Rogers," and they kept going.
Yep.
So yeah, so I got head checked. I'll let Brian have time to commissions.
Yeah,
There's always more BDI to draw. Trust me.
I usually don't accept commissions. Two of them are for one particular client, and he's an old friend. So I kind of made an exception for him. Right now,
It's all about who you know, right?
it is. You know, he's been really supportive of my artwork the last couple of years. He's bought some originals. He's bought some high-end comics. So you know, I'm just kind of taking care of him because he's been so good on his end. You know, I've got one cool art project. I can't go too much into it, but I've got a guest spot next or later this year around the holidays. But I'm designing all their artwork for the event, and I've got a featured spot for it for doing some work for them. So
That's cool.
Yep, I usually don't do that as well. This guy's been trying to get me to do art for his convention for a while now, and he's got just the right convention. So I was like, let's do it.
It's the right time, the right convention, and he wore you down.
Yeah.
And Tom let you out of the basement for a little bit.
Yeah, I've got one way past due commission for a very, very good customer who's long past due, and I think she'll be very happy once I get it done. Hopefully she doesn't hate me to death right now, but it's a couple years past due here.
Well, we just got another backer, guys. So we're
That's
starting
okay.
to get
That's
into
okay.
a feel good zone
Area.
here.
Don't feel too bad, Brian. Tom still owes me a word sketch cover from back in the day.
Oh, nice.
Yes. And that's numbering in the years.
It's been a little while.
Yep.
What kind of sketch cover are you waiting on?
It was
Brian
back
is
with
a new secret artist on Wolverine. Is that what's happening?
Exactly.
I've never drawn Wolverine, but I am.
You've never drawn Wolverine, like even at a sketch or a con or anything?
No. You'd think I love Wolverine too. He's one of the probably top 3 most badass Marvel characters for sure. I like Wolverine. I like Spidey, Hulk. But I've drawn Hulk and Spidey, but never Wolverine.
All right. Somebody out there needs to, ping Brian and say, hey, I need a
That's
Wolverine.
interesting. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's just like that's on so many like theme book sketchbooks. Like there's got to be there's got to be Wolverine people out there. And I would think that if they met you at a con and they saw like your horror stuff, like Freddy and whatever, like that would be a pretty easy transition for them to be like, oh yeah, you want to draw Wolverine?
I'd probably accept the Wolverine. I don't know. It all depends on the show, how busy it is. I just had a slow show last November, and a guy came up to me, and I just wanted to make some sales. It was a really slow day, and he's like, hey, I've got this sketchbook here. It's got 100 other artists by some of the greatest comic book artists of all time drawn in it. Had Jim Lee. It had was it Lucio Perillo? I had all these all kinds of people in there, and he asked me to draw Aquaman. I'm not a DC guy. I've never drawn Aquaman. I don't usually draw dudes too often. But I was
But
super
you pull
desperate for some.
reference picks and you go for it.
I actually drew it all out of my head. I didn't use any reference picks at
Awesome.
all. I picked a look. I was like, all right, which Aquaman?
You did, yeah. I was gonna say, did you do Momoa or did you do?
So
real
you guys
Aquaman.
take a guess. Let me hear what you think I did.
I think you did Momoa.
Nomoa, what about you, Shawnee?
I think you did one of the more classic ones.
More classic.
Mhm.
I'm not sure if it was technically the Momoa, but I guess it leans towards the Momoa side.
Okay.
He's got the big beard and the long hair.
You did the '90s Aquaman. Okay,
Even
Right,
there we go.
he's
That's
There we
fair.
go.
It wasn't
That's fair.
particularly like directed. I didn't look at Momoa. I was like, oh, that beardy one kind of looks cool. So I did that. And he had a couple of hammerheads circling around him, just to kind of add. The guy was like, you don't have to, but bonus points if you throw in some hammerheads. So I was like, yeah, all right.
All right. Hint.
Yeah, but that was kind of out. It was a little out of my forte, but I did it.
But he seemed he was happy with it, and
He was happy with it. Yep, he liked it.
that was the important
Um,
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a very impressive sketchbook. Just flipping through this thing. I mean, I've seen a few other artists, do commissions and books similar to this,
Yeah.
and they're nothing new. But the amount of amazing talent that he had commissioned into this book, and he said he had 4 of them. I was like, holy cow!
Wow.
Literally everyone he thought was an amazing artist. The list was top notch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's really cool. And now you're in there too.
I'm in there too.
amongst-
Yeah. Mine
Yeah.
wasn't as top notch as some of those guys, but it was all right.
You're in good company.
Yeah.
So
we picked up a couple more backers.
Oh, nice.
We are.
I think are we
we're
officially
getting-
in the comfort zone? Are we good?
Anytime we have a spot where if $100 drops out, we're still okay. I feel like we're right there.
Yes. We could be happier, but this is doing we're okay. We're
going in the right direction at least.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one more backer, that's 300 backers.
Yeah.
So that'll
nice.
be fantastic too.
Nice.
So I think once we get that 300, and of course what's going to happen is the 300th one will be like one of the digital guys. It'll be like $7. So it won't. It'll be like. Bang.
That's
But-
okay.
I think once we get that 300, we'll call it official
Okay.
and show you guys what I think it's the 7th stretch goal is, and we can talk about it a little bit. And then if someone should happen to really hook us in the final 73 minutes, that would suck. But there's always you guys that are in the chat. You can always just add on a little bit just to make sure. Just to make sure. Make sure you go get Brian's Brittany Ears cover
Yeah, get some Brittany.
for show. And of course the insides are amazing. Omar and Hedwin are going to give you guys a beautiful looking book. So Hedwin's got a whole bunch of pages that are right on the edge of being finished as well. So there, see, what do I tell you? We
Yeah.
just had somebody drop out.
Yep.
At least it was the little one.
Oh, see, I've played this game too many times.
Tom's been there, done
Oh
that.
yes, yeah. It was only a $20 pledge, but now we're back into one of those not so safe modes. What was I saying? Something about Hedwin and oh yeah. So
Art.
yeah, Hedwin is working on colors. He's got a bunch of pages that are almost finished as far as colors go. So as soon as he turns those in the next couple of days, I'll post those into the campaign so you guys can see more pages that he's done, so you can see the progress because he's moving along. So the goal is to have the colors and the letters all done in February so that we can get it out to the printer. So we'll have about a month, give us a month for March to get it all printed. And then we'll be shipping to you guys in April, which will be when we launch the next campaign. So as of right now, all of the dominoes are falling properly. So that's a good thing. And we'll keep you all up to date on that. And then, of course, February 29th, on a leap year, we are doing a special short mini campaign for the Critterverse spinoff, Iron Butterfly. Brand new cover by Narcelio Sousa and Elenia DiNapoli. So what this is going to be is it's a brand new 8-page story, but instead of just reprinting the story by itself, we're going to add it to the original Critter number 19, which is the first full appearance of Iron Butterfly. It's her first original story in the book. That way, people that don't have back issues, you can get a hold of the back issue if you want it. And there will be a new cover, and there'll be some new interior stuff to go along with it. So that is what we're going to be doing there. So keep your eyes open for leap year, the 29th. It'll be a short campaign. It'll run, maybe a week at the most, 5 or 6 days, a week at the most. That'll kind of kick us all off with the sort of expansion of the Critterverse that we're doing kind of all year, and then especially heavily in 2026 when we come through our 15-year anniversary next year and we get into 2026. That's when the Critterverse really is gonna go, man. And we'll talk about those plans as we go through next year, so you guys know what's going on. But it's already in process of happening. So it's going to be super, super really cool. Yeah, the Iron Butterfly. She's a cool character. That's literally what's on the net, on what I'm doing this week, is writing that script to get the art underway, so we have it done in plenty of time. And yeah, I'm excited. And of course the BD14 anthology. The there's going to be 3 stories like we did last year. 2 of the scripts are already done. Lori Calcaterra and Barry Dutter have finished their campaigns. They've finished their scripts. So those will be going off to artists very soon. So we'll have that stuff done way ahead of time as well. And we'll start to talk about what it is that they're doing, because we haven't announced the characters or anything yet. So we'll announce what they're doing once this is done and we kind of get a little more into the year. We'll let you guys know what's happening there. So yeah, there's a lot going on, man. There's a little bit going on around here. Yeah, Penny, I've already told you guys this. Penny for Your Soul is back in 2024. It's the 15-year anniversary of the company, of Penny for Your Soul, and Critter. All 3 will be represented next year. So yes, Penny for Your Soul is back with new material, new stories next year. Yeah.
I like dropping those covers, so I'm looking forward to doing some for that. Hopefully.
Pushy artists, man.
I know. Let me do
Push,
some.
Brian, push.
Give me some.
Make it happen.
No, the Angels and Devil Girls. I don't know. They're fun to draw. Put me on those. I won't fail you.
I won't let you down, Coach.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Put me
people
in.
seem to like them.
Yeah, they're all right.
People seem to like them. And then also, if you guys weren't here for the other show a couple of days ago, we talked about that next year for our 15-year anniversary, we'll have the campaign for the next action figure as well. So there will be next year will be a big year. This is a big year too, because there's a lot going on. But next year we'll maintain the bigness, and then we'll roll into 2026, which will be the Critterverse, man. It's going to be, I can't even like process what's going to happen if this all works right. It's going to be unlike anything we have seen into the superhero world in a long time. So be prepared. Because all the people that I've talked to about it, they're like right on it. They're like, oh yeah, dude, I get it. I understand what's happening. So I'm like, okay, good. Glad you do, because it feels a little unraveled to me, but we'll
That's right.
tighten it up.
Grab your foam fingers
Yeah.
and your popcorn and get ready to celebrate.
That's right. We'll tighten up the threads, as we get closer. But they're excited about it, and they understand what I'm trying to do. So it'll be good. It'll be good.
Mhm.
And I owe all of that to Chris Claremont, who everybody knows is basically, when everybody asks me, who's like your influence or whatever, it's Chris Claremont. The top
He's
five
the best.
are Chris
He's the
Claremont.
best, man.
Yeah. So I actually was watching a documentary about him. I think it was on Amazon. And as he was doing it, as he was talking about his history in comics and then with the X-Men and all that kind of stuff, that's where it all came to. It like he just opened my eyes. I was like, oh my God, damn it, Chris. You're going to make me really work
Super
hard.
brain.
Yeah. But everything that he was saying about like what happened with him, I was like, oh, I can see it. I can see it now. There's like this bizarre new path that I never would have considered. But based on him and his thought process and how things went down with him. And he was like, yeah, this made sense. This opened the doors to everything. And I was, oh man. All right. And so that's what I told all these other guys about the Critterverse. And they were like, yeah, I get it. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. It sucks that I can't really say anything because we're too far out. I got too much else to tell you about, but trust me, it's going to be there. It's going to be really good. It's going to be really, really good. So the fact that Critter right now is already at 20,000 for this campaign, when the last campaign we did 8,000 in a month. This time we did 8,000 in 3 hours. That's like so wildly, unbelievably crazy to me, that it tells me that we're doing it right, that we're on the right path, that this is going to work, that you guys like superheroes, you like all this stuff that we're doing, you like all of these characters, just it's going to work. It's going to work. So what's happening here?
Well, one of the things about it is the superheroes feel fresh. It doesn't feel all stale like Marvel and DC.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of, they're different. They're it's not the same old.
Yeah. So we got a bump and a drop at the same time.
Yep.
A bump and a drop at the same time. This is what
I was trying to kind of even it out a little bit.
People all make me sweat, dude. It's only an hour left. Why are we dropping out? Like, you didn't drop out all day long.
I know.
And now we have an hour left, and people are like, oh my God.
I think though it'll be interesting too, just because you're going back about saying, the last campaign was 8 in a month, and this one was 8 in a couple hours or 3 hours. And too, when we did the the raffles and things like that, and some of the names, there was a lot of new names. So I think that's also really encouraging too. It means that there's new people being introduced to the Critterverse and coming in and expressing interest. So I think that's it's hopefully casting a wider net to bring that all in.
100%, 100%. And Mike,
yeah, exactly.
5 Day Daniel is still in it. 5 Day Daniel is still in it. Yeah, I actually checked today to make sure that no one over the last few days had dropped out. But everybody that has won one of our raffles is still in it.
Okay.
But if we finish the campaign and we go through the credit card process and they crap out on the credit card,
that's
which is
still
a possibility because that happens, we will still at that point then re-raffle anything that craps out in the credit card stage. So,
all right.
But yes, 5 Day Daniel is still with us.
That is this may be a red letter day in many ways.
Yeah, I mean, it may be that he's just a Critter guy. Maybe he was dropping out of the other ones because he's like, nah, I don't want Oz.
Exactly.
Nah, I don't want Penny. But
Critter.
I want Critter.
You never know. Yeah, we'll see.
It's fine.
That's right. Fine. Stranger things have happened.
Yeah. 20,153 backers to go to 300, guys. Again, technically we have unlocked stretch goal 6, but as you have been watching, we're still in the danger zone.
Craziness.
We'll get to it. We'll get
Yes.
to it. Yeah. Have no fear. Remember, February 7th is right around the corner. Like 10 days. Exciting Comics. This is a mock-up. It'll be Exciting Comics 41. Exciting Comics 41 with the Catnip story will be in stores February 7th. So go and tell all of your stores that you want to make sure that they have a copy of this for you. And then Critter #1 should be landing in stores right towards the end of February, maybe that first week of March, but right in that zone. Critter #1 should be landing as well. And right now, Critter #2 is actually in the previews that just came out, or maybe it comes out this week. But Critter 2 is available now for order. And I just got the covers done for #3. So those are going into AP to get that stuff done. So we are rolling along with AP. Yeah, he doesn't like Penny for Your Soul, right? Oh, it's Allison.
Hi,
What
Allison.
is happening? What's going on? Allison, come in the room. Come in the room. I sent you the link, so come in the room. Come in the room. But yeah, if you don't like Penny,
Yeah, I'm like, psh,
because
because of the wonderful.
that's right. See, this is what we do in here, Allison. Because we're singing for you. Do the thing and come on in here. For those that don't know, this is Allison Lear. She's a big BDI fan, gigantic Oz fan in general Oz, not just our Oz, but in general Oz. Like she's played Dorothy on stage.
Hence her profile pic there. Yep.
She has cosplayed our Dorothy many times. She's a traveling buddy when we go to Oztravaganza every year in June. You guys hear me talk about that show all the time. She now runs the museum out there as well. So yeah. So because come in the room. Come in the room. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We're not above begging.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. Although I'm going to beg for some money here in a minute. Come
That's
on,
right.
guys. We need about $100 to make me feel comfortable. Then I'd feel comfortable. If we had $100, I'd feel comfortable. Yes.
I had a few people at Albuquerque think that I was you because I had so many BDI books at my booth. They're like, so which issue do I need to go to after this issue of Critter? Like,
You don't have the answers?
yeah, no, I had no answers to chapters. I was like, well, I work with Big Dog Inc., but I don't know.
I can see you now
They'll
texting
probably be here
Tom.
at
I have a
summer,
question for you.
I was surprised though. I know you go out there a lot. It's kind of your stomping grounds in a way. But
Yeah,
there was
I'm
quite
out there. Yeah, I'm out there for the June one that they do. So
Yeah.
I think it's called Duke City Comic Con. I can't get to the January one. It's just never works for me anymore. But they do have me out for the June one. And we'll probably be there again. So, it's a much smaller con.
They're doing it in a new venue.
Oh, is that right?
It's some crazy looking like temple hotel out there. It looks like a giant Las Vegas hotel. It's like a brand new venue they have. Check it out. Look online. Go to Duke City Comic Con. They have a picture of it. It's a
Interesting.
whole new, brand new place.
All right.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, I told them, like, look, I mean, I can't keep going to the same place all the time, guys. You need to freshen this up for me.
Well, they listened apparently. So
Yeah,
they said
no,
we got
that's
to make
crazy,
Tom
though.
happy.
People were looking for you. They thought I was you. I'm like, no.
Well, maybe next year. I've been looking at one of the problems is just it's just too long to get there. It takes me like
it's
4
far.
days to get there,
It's
4
far
days
travel.
back. It's just too long because I drive. So I've been looking at, how some of these guys do this where they get their stuff shipped,
Yeah.
because then I can just fly out. Then it's just a couple of days flight and I don't lose like 2 weeks of time doing this whole thing. So if I can figure out this whole how do I ship my stuff thing, that might open some doors to the West Coast or Western zones a little bit easier for me. So we'll see. We'll
Yeah,
see.
I'm the same way with gear. I have to fill up a whole car. Like, I can't just fit it into a suitcase and throw it on a plane. It's way too much gear.
Yeah.
Of course, you've got 25 comic boxes you got to haul.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah. But I mean, it's not, we could package up a pallet and move it pretty easily. I've always just wondered, like, what's the cost?
Drop shipping,
number one.
yeah.
And number two, like, what do I do on Sunday? Like I have to, put it back on the pallet and wrap it back up and whatever. But how does it get anywhere on a Sunday night? So I got to figure out some logistics of the whole thing. But it's feasible. We'll see what.
I imagine
how
it would be
goes.
a good chunk of it would be cost, because I think there are some companies out there that even on a Sunday, that's what they do. So, but of course you would pay for it. So hence, So that's the real.
But I mean,
thing.
again, if I'm willing to pay for 2 weeks of hotels and travel and gas and all that, right?
Then the equivalent for just
it's going
having
to be way cheaper to just ship a pallet and then bring the pallet back.
Yeah.
And then I save my time too, which is a big part of the key to that.
Yeah,
So,
just moving yourself is much easier than trying to move.
yes.
There you go.
Hey, Allison, I don't see. She's spinning. You got a
She's busy.
spin-a-rooney there, Allison. You might need to
She's
drop
trying.
out.
She's trying.
Yeah, you might need to drop out and come back because we're getting a spin-a-rooney there. So
But she's making the effort. Yay.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. Once we see you pop in, we'll get you in here. So anyway, the West Coast stuff, I'd like to go to Seattle again, but that's a long haul, man.
Yeah.
And if I can figure out how to just do that in like 4 or 5 days, 6 days, maybe, that's doable. But
I'd like to see you come back out this way again too. It'd be nice to.
Yeah, San Diego. Well, I'll tell you.
No. I just mean I meant out in this general area.
Sure.
I know getting out to San Diego is like no, but
well,
but if we can get you over to the West Coast-ish, then I have a better chance of maybe hooking up and saying, hey.
I'll tell you that AP has given me an invitation to come to the AP booth at San Diego. So that's a possibility. So I may go out, because then again, I can just fly out for a few days and come back. That's not that hard. So San Diego is a possibility. I may be with AP if
that works out.
If that doesn't, I won't have a booth this year for sure.
Yeah.
We've thought about going back there and having a booth for the 15th anniversary, assuming we could kind of sneak in. But I don't know.
See what happens. Yep.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
Trust me, I get it.
Yeah.
I've been doing this as long as you have, but I mean, I have enough friends who have as well. So yeah, I know some of the logistical issues and nightmares that are involved in that particular venue. So
Yeah. I've been enjoying getting around to these local Midwest places.
Sure.
And they invite me too, so it's like, that's so much better.
What's crazy now though that's kind of happening is now they're starting to do a lot more 4-day shows. The MegaCon in Florida is a 4-day show. This year, Denver Comic Con or whatever the heck it's called, I have no clue anymore.
Yeah, I don't want to. Let me just tell you,
4-day show
promoters, I don't want your 4-day show.
Yeah, that's
no one wants your 4-day show. The fact that San Diego and New York are 4 days, they're in like these gigantic cities. They're huge. I mean, those make sense, right?
Denver's huge. Denver's freaking big.
Dude,
I think
I've been to Denver. It's not
whatever, bro.
It's not that great.
I just go through like 20 states this summer on a road trip, and Denver is by far crushes almost any city.
I'm gonna need a little bit.
No. I'm talking about the con.
Corners.
The con itself is like I've been to Denver. The con is what I mean. I've been to Denver, obviously, because that. But I mean, going to the Denver con, I'm like, this is no big deal. Like, I don't want 4 days of this. Is my point, right?
Oh yes, yes.
Like 3 days normal con, yes, 100%.
Well, that's
but
because you're a convention person. You've gone to shows.
Yeah.
Once you see 10 shows, every show looks the same. Every
well,
single
they,
one.
they don't they don't look the same, but you can see. You've been to enough shows, you can see the differences, right? And you can
Mhm.
kind of get a sense of like, wow, this would be great if it was like, I know there's a couple of like 1-day shows that I would like there to be 2, like it's a 2-day show. There's a couple of 2-day shows that I would like to be 3, but I don't think there's any 3-day shows that I'd be like, yeah, throw me another day here. Like that's a very small window of shows that I would want to do 4 days, because you're talking about doing a Thursday, right? And it's like,
It's got to be a Thursday.
People
There's
are
no way
working.
it's Monday.
yeah, well, that's what Dragon Con does. Dragon Con actually goes to Monday.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I don't like that idea at all.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
one
I mean,
thing-
even with the large venues like San Diego and New York and everything else, I imagine it's hard enough that, Thursday and even sometimes the threes, the Friday is like, that's still for a lot of people, it's a work day.
Well, yeah. And if you add a day of the con, you're
Yeah.
adding a day for us as far as travel and hotels
Yep,
and all that kind of
exactly.
stuff.
It just
So
adds up.
it doesn't work. I don't want it. I don't want it.
Well,
Promoters.
it depends though. You can make pretty good money in a day at a big show. You might not have the same crowd every day, 1-day passers, especially at a 4-day show. Not as many people are going to buy the 4-day pass. You don't need to be there every freaking day, so there'll be probably more 1-day passers. So you're going to have a whole fresh new batch of people every day. For the most part.
Yeah, but again, when
You
you're
have
talking
to
about,
pick a
like, I've
big
been to
city.
enough Friday shows where they can barely fill the hall on Friday.
Well, Friday shows usually suck. Fridays usually suck.
So
no
I don't have
doubt about
a lot of
Tell us
faith
what you really
in the-
think, Brian.
yeah, I don't have a lot of faith then in the Thursday crowd, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Well,
So, no,
since it's
you're
a 4-day
absolutely
show,
right.
It's probably going to trade it out. The Thursday is going to be the crappy day, and then Friday it'll probably be pretty okay, and then of course Saturday it will be balls to the wall.
I don't want a crappy day, so just cut that Thursday.
Yeah.
out. Just cut it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're, I get what you're saying, Brian, but yeah, it's like if the actual people who are having the booths and they have to schedule in another day of hotel, another day of food, and trying to do all that and everything else, and the booth
And it
rates,
probably means a
because
higher booth cost too.
a higher booth cost and everything else. Yeah, for potentially one extra crappy day.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I think just yes, nope, keep it short.
For
No
for
crappy
far,
days.
far travel for sure.
Yeah.
Every day is income though. If you really need that income, shop for deals, get a cheap hotel.
Yeah, I think if it's a local show for you, that's one thing. Like,
Right.
if it was a Grand Rapids show or something, I'd be like, yeah, okay, 4 days, because I just go home.
Yeah.
But if I have to like travel and pay for hotels and stuff, that's where it would kind of fall short for me. And speaking of short, it's,
she
Hi.
is.
it's Allison.
I'm not
Made it.
short.
To Tom, everybody's short. Come on.
Yeah.
True. That's
Yeah,
true.
except for Brian. Somehow
yeah.
he's
I'm
Dr.
close.
Trent.
You're still tall. I took a picture with you, and you're still like 3 inches taller than you. But I'm taller than
He's
everybody
super
else. So Tom's really tall.
Allison, I have a picture with Tom, and Nei. So
Okay.
Well,
that was
that's like
really
me.
fun.
Every time I take a picture with Jesse, his head comes up to like here on me.
Yes.
Jesse James. So for those that don't know, Jesse James,
Yep.
out of Jesse
Jesse.
James Comics, there's a great picture with me, and I'm not going to remember his name. Why am I not going to remember his name? Oh my God, he's the Godzilla comic book writer, and I can't think of his friggin' name. But we had him at the con out at Jesse James Comics, and so I was on one side and he was on the other, and Jesse was in the middle, and we're both very tall, so it was like we were taking a picture with like a kid. It's a hysterical picture. It's so great. It's so amazing. But yeah, small SM all. Allison,
Yeah, what's up?
how are you?
I'm okay. How
Yeah,
are you?
good.
I'm
What's
tired.
you got? Somebody's looking over your
This
shoulder
is-
right there.
It's Glinda. Over. I don't know.
There we go.
Everything's reversed. It's weird. Yeah.
So tell
so,
everybody who
yeah,
you are,
today's-
because you
today's
got
my
a lot of
Friday.
you got an audience that doesn't know who you are yet.
I am Allison Lair. I am the official cosplayer for Legend of Oz: The Wicked West.
Official.
I love it.
which then led me to my now job, which is managing the All Things Oz Museum in Chittenango, New York. And I do Oz all the time now. It's kind of crazy.
That is so cool. Yeah.
It's very cool. It's very cool. I have to say, I love my job. I'm very thankful. It stinks in the way that now I'm busy during the convention or during the festival. So Tom and I didn't get to hang out this last time, really, which was super sad. I didn't love that, but
A little bit of a downside.
it is. Yes, definitely a downside.
Well,
but
well,
we're
here-
making
I
it
don't,
work.
I don't know if I told you this, but everybody around the festival wasn't
Yeah.
helping that situation because I would get people, especially on the first day, I would have people come up to the booth in the big tent and they'd be like, "Hey, how are you?" I'm like, "Oh, it's good. Everything's good." And then invariably, "So are you sad that your muse isn't with you?" And I'm like,
Oh. They did not call me your muse.
"They did, 100%.
They did not.
I swear to God,
I'm
100%."
like, only you
100%.
use that one.
And
That's
so
right.
I was, I was like, "Yeah, it sucks." But you
Yeah.
know, she's doing her thing, and you know, we'll see each other after and everything. But just invariably, it was just like people like, "Oh, you miss Allison? Do you miss
Yeah.
Allison? Do you miss Allison?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, you got
Yes,
it."
I miss you too.
Next time, just have a little sign that says,
don't
"Yes,
like
I
that
miss
part.
Allison."
Yes, I miss Allison.
I mean,
I'll get a
hard,
shirt.
It's hard to think about it during because like we've been so
Oh yeah, you're
slammed,
crazy.
Yeah.
you know, and it's just a million tours one right after another, and each tour has, you know, however many people, and we're already getting ramped up for it again already. It's it's only January, but that means that we have less than 6 months until the festival, and got a lot of vendors kind of coming in. We've got special guests lined up, and I have bus tours that are calling me now and going, "Hey, can we come during the festival?" And I'm like, "Well, I mean, you can. I I don't know.
Sure.
I don't really know what we will do as far as tours, but sure, yeah, let's do it." So
Huh.
we're already ready for a busy season, I think.
Sounds like
And I have all this stuff that I want to do with media right now, and I need people who know how to like edit video and stuff because I'm not good at any of that. But I have all kinds of ideas for new fun things that I want to work on. Get the kids involved, you know.
They know that stuff. I don't know how old your
You know
kids
that
are. I've got daughters, and they know that stuff. Like I need to have them show me how to do some like TikToks or whatever for art because that's their life. They
Exactly,
can teach you
yes.
how to do these videos.
I've gotten on TikTok. I hate it. I'm too old for it. I'm like, let's bring in a high schooler or something that will do
When
this.
you're a
stuff for me.
dancer, it was made for you.
Ugh, no, it was.
Just dance to the Oz songs.
I
and
don't
you'll be
like
great.
being on camera. This is why I never do these things.
Well, we'll teach you. None of us
It's
know
not-
what we're
it's not
doing.
a fun thing.
Yep.
But
It's fun
I-
here.
I have to do apps for work and everything else, and I'm always getting my younger coworkers. I'm like, oh yeah, sure, you just do this one. Oh, thanks. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm old. It's all good.
so I'm looking at podcasts, at TikTok stuff, at YouTube things. I think we might start doing an Oz role-playing campaign, which will be cool.
That's some good
I mean,
ideas.
this is all you got to do. It's just this.
Yeah.
And then have a guest or a co-host or whatever you
Yes.
want to do.
That's the plan. One might involve drinking, so that'll be the adult show.
After hours in Oz.
There we go.
Well,
Yep.
kind of.
5
Not
o'clock
anything
in Oz.
saucy. Just hey, tell me your fun Oz stories while we have an adult beverage.
I could be down with that. That would be fun.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes. Don't take my name, but we're gonna call it Oz and Claws, like White Claws.
Very good.
Yes.
Very
Oh,
good.
yeah.
alliterative and it works and it rolls off the tongue well.
I love alliteration.
It's
It's my
memorable.
favorite.
There we go. Especially after a few adult beverages, you can still remember it.
Yes.
It's a win-win.
So yeah,
It's easy.
that's all the stuff right now. It's our
and
slow
you-
season, but it's still very crazy.
And you got to record all the stuff that happens at the festival, like all the panels and stuff.
Yeah.
And then you take that and you
I
break
know.
it and you edit it and you're posting crap ton of, stuff.
My problem is that I need to delegate some of the work because I can't be everywhere all at once. But
The Bomb Boys are
we have
probably
we have some
available.
issues with that.
The Bomb.
Yeah, I might have to send Colton out on assignment if he's not super busy, like running the sound with programs.
Mhm, 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 mhm.
Is
But
it
yeah.
is it hard sometimes? Because I know sometimes delegating makes sense, but sometimes it's like you have to take the time to figure out to tell somebody what you want them to
explain,
do
and- yeah,
and explain it.
I'm
By that
really-
time, you're like, I could have just done it. So yeah,
I'm terrible at it, so I just do everything myself.
yeah. I
Like,
think,
no,
I think,
I don't
you're, I think
wanna-
you're
I
in
don't
you're in a
wanna
good
explain
group
it to
for
you.
this.
Yeah.
Yes. Most of us,
It's
I
a
think, feel the
mess.
same way.
It's hard to let somebody else take wheels on your creative thing. You're like,
Well, yeah,
"That's-
and
you're doing a great job.
and
but,
then you basically have to kind of train them, and then by the time you do that, it's like whatever. I could have had it done already.
Yeah.
So
You train for the future. It's a future.
yes.
It's a future plan.
yes,
And,
it
and
is.
we know that it still doesn't make it any easier to do.
At least not in the moment. You know?
Exactly,
In that
yeah.
moment, it's
Yes.
just
Because then once that
frustrating.
moment's over, then I always find myself going, if I just taken the time and trained them, then I would do it. But then again, next time around, it comes around, I'm back in the same situation. I'm like, why did I do this to myself? Yep. And so,
Yeah,
but it sounds
that's-
really exciting, and you're keeping busy
Yeah,
and
thanks.
fun
It's-
stuff.
I like it. It's very good. I feel like we're on the cusp of some big break. I just need to find whatever that thing is. So we'll
It's
get
out there.
there. We've done a lot of growth in the last year. I think we'll continue.
Tom always comes back with great stories and great memories whenever he goes out there with you guys, and so I know that's definitely a highlight for him. So
Trips to Red Lobster.
always.
Yeah. I mean, we even watched Godzilla
We did.
one of our years because it was out at that time. So
I was just talking about that today.
Yeah.
Because I have not been to that theater since that night. It's the one and only time. And I'm
Mhm.
going to go there tomorrow. So it'll be like,
what are you seeing tomorrow?
What do you think I'm seeing tomorrow?
I don't know what's out, so I have no idea. Mean
I'm
Girls?
seeing Wizard of Oz in theaters.
Oh, that's right. It's being re-released. That's right. I knew that was happening. I didn't know when it was happening.
Yes. It's one of the Fathom events. I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm assuming that it'll probably be out later in the year as a special event,
Mhm.
and it won't be as expensive. But I don't have a guarantee on that, and I don't want to miss it in the theater
Yeah,
this year.
sure.
There you go.
So we're going as a crew.
Mhm.
And we are also going to the city. We're going to New York City to see Andre DeShields,
Yeah.
who was the original wizard in The Wiz on Broadway. He is bringing his show back to 54 Below. So we're all going to go and support him, give some museum love. And I am very excited for that too, because I have yet to meet him. He
Oh.
was there before my time. So
Yes. Yeah. He was there for my first one.
of course he was.
Yeah, of course he was. Yeah.
And
he
you
was a
got
ve-
to see him in the official
yeah.
suit.
Oh yeah. He did his stage show thing in the wizard suit. Yeah. He was a very cool guy. He was very nice. I think I
Broadway
met him
legend.
twice. Yeah, I think he came back one more time in my 11 years of this. So yeah, he's a cool guy. Very cool guy.
You're in
You-
it for the long haul.
Listen, Fricky right now is the only active member that's got a longer consecutive streak than me.
I know.
So, just let him know. I'm coming for him.
Ladies and gentlemen, Oz royalty. Tom Larson.
Exactly. Dun, dun, dun.
I made sure I asked Mark about that. I was like, Mark, is this true? And he was like, yeah. I was like, okay, yeah.
Honestly,
He does get to wave in the parade. So
There we go.
I mean,
I don't know. I think he's more of the pay no attention to the man behind the curtain kind of guy, but that's just me.
Oh, I am. I am only in the parade
tries
because
to
I
be.
am forced to be in the parade. Otherwise, I don't know why I am in the parade.
Yep.
But yeah, they send all of the artists and authors and whoever. I remember the first time I was there, the parade wasn't quite as evolved as it is now. They put us all. There was like 6 of us, the authors, and they put all of us into one big extended golf cart, like all of us in one golf cart.
oh no.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. And
Okay.
is it James and his wife? Is it James?
Oh, yeah. I know who you're talking about.
Him. He was trying to tell me like, yeah, so we go on the thing, and you should have something to do on the parade route. So like Ron Baxley would throw candy out.
Okay.
And James had a big bubble wand, and so he was just blowing bubbles, as we drove down the street. And I'm just sitting there like, what are we doing? This is so weird. But now we have elevated to the point where everybody gets their own vehicle.
Yeah.
And so, Allison and I have gone on the same car a few times. Like we've been in a Corvette and a Mustang, and in fact, the first time I was with Allison, they put us in a Mustang, but we had no driver. So I just got in the front seat, and I'm like, well, I'll drive and you sit back there. And then as we were about to go, our driver showed up, and I went and sat in the back with her. So we're
Tom was ready to take one for the team, though.
I was
Yeah.
fine. I'm like, this is
He
fine. So now we all get our own some
some good
sort of
times.
vehicle, which is
I was so sad that I wasn't with you last year. Like, why?
We'll
I thought I
fix
still got to be with you.
we'll fix that this year. We'll fix it.
Well, we'll see. I'm supposed to be with Dennis,
No,
and
I'll veto that. I will inform Mark when we are done that is
Tom
vetoed.
Hutchison says no.
That's correct.
He's gonna.
If you're
he's
taking
gonna
her
rearrange
away
his schedule.
from me for the weekend, you got to give her to me for the parade.
Right? Yeah, I think
That's
that's
it.
fair.
That's
I
it.
think that's fair.
That's it. That's right.
It's a good trade.
Yeah. I get 3 days a year. She's sitting next to me. That's it. It's a veto. Simple. I think that's easy.
The question is, does that mean I have to wear my costume to work?
I mean,
I feel like that's what that means.
yes. Won't that be fun for the
Everyone's
people
like,
that are
"Who
getting
is this girl,
tours?
and why is she wearing spurs?
Yeah, well, but then when you come around to the comic book section, you're like,
Right.
now let me explain what's happening.
Hello.
That's right.
Honestly, I avoid that part in my tour, if I'm really honest.
No, you're
mean, I
on the
tell
tour.
about- I
You have a
tell about
picture of
the-
yourself in your
No,
costume.
I tell about the books.
Yeah.
And I gush about you. The funny thing is, a lot of people don't even notice that it's me.
That it's you?
Yeah, and I just don't.
Oh,
say
that is kind of
anything.
funny.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, here you go, and we have this lovely adaptation, and I tell them all about it, and instead of Toto being a dog in this story, we have Toto as a horse. And instead of ruby slippers, she wears ruby spurs, and everyone kind of giggles, and they're like, "That's fun!" And I'm like, "Yes," and it's available in the gift shop.
Whoosh.
And then we just go to the next thing.
The thing is, though, is that like when we're on the parade route, all the girls, well, I mean, any of the kids, the boy kids too, they all see you and they know you're Dorothy. Like even though you're not their Dorothy, they're like,
Right.
Dorothy.
Oh, they still know. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Now Toto helps, that Toto's
Well,
in your
sure.
lap, but
Sure.
they still are like,
Not
"Oh,
a
it's Dorothy."
horse, everyone. An actual dog.
No, a real Toto, a real Toto. Yeah.
Is it your Toto or is it a
It
borrowed
is my Toto.
Oh, okay, yay! You have your own Toto. I love it.
Yeah. He's a good guy. He comes to work sometimes. Big fan.
The official mascot.
Yes. We're kind of a dog friendly place. We have one of the other girls on the board. She has a big dog that she brings in all the time, and we're constantly promoting the museum via our animals because we don't want to be in pictures.
Oh, you are a woman after my own heart.
So what's up? Did we get an update now? I know that you've been kind of avoiding looking at stuff.
No, I've been looking. No, I've been looking.
He can't help it.
Yeah, no, it's driving me crazy. It's driving me crazy.
Yeah.
How do I do this? I do it this way. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. If you can see, we're now down again.
What?
Still only a little bit down, but we're still in the danger zone. So yeah, we had one guy drop down. He just lowered his pledge. He's still a pledge, but he lowered his pledge. And then we had one guy drop out. So we're now back to still needing 3 more for 300.
If he
We are
is watching
still.
this right now, I am shaming him.
Yes.
Why did you lower? No.
We have a
we
half
don't
an
do that
hour
here.
to
That's not how you play this
survive.
game.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yes.
I agree. Trust me, Allison. We've done this enough times. We know how this game gets
I
played.
know.
Mhm,
But I don't think it
mhm.
ever gets any easier on him.
No, no,
Probably not.
No.
not in the slightest. Not in the
Nope.
slightest. But again, as I've said, this whole campaign is wildly successful. Like I fully believed we would top out at about 15,000. So whatever happens beyond that is like just gobs of icing on the cake. So it's I have no complaints, but it does get a little like frustrating, especially when you get to the end, and you're talking about 30 minutes and people are like, nah, never mind. That's the frustrating part. Like, even if it happened earlier in the morning, like, okay, but we've now built ourselves back up. Like you can feel that momentum, but it just kind of, punches you in the gut when you're at the end and we can't finish strong. We want to finish strong.
Yeah.
So, but like I said, I am perfectly happy with this campaign. I hope that we land and we maintain the bonus stretch goal. But we are definitely in danger zone with only $115 over. So we'll just keep that to ourselves for a little
Nah,
longer.
you got this.
A little longer.
Got this.
Yes, icing on the cake, Mike. Icing on the cake. That's
Pledge,
correct.
people.
Yeah. You got 30 minutes. Wherever we're in a few different places. So wherever you're watching, the link to the campaign is in the description. So if you just go up to the top and you look at the description of what it is you're watching, it's right in there. If you have questions about anything you're seeing, let me know, and we're happy to point you in the right direction of things that you need. Allison did, in fact, cosplay Critter.
You did.
Once in
did.
what feels like
that one time.
far too many blue moons ago.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I had plans to do like all kinds of other ones. I really, really wanted to do the Britney Ears one.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Tom, can you scroll down and show Brian's?
Yeah,
Show-
show it.
So the cover?
Brian's- Oh, yeah. Give me 1 second. I was about to upload a file here.
I
Allison
do-
made a nice
I do
segue
love-
into the whole Britney year, so I thought
Yes,
it'd be fun
I
to see
do
that.
love that cover. Well, I almost made a segue earlier because he said something about you. It drives me crazy, and I'm like, isn't that a Britney Spears song? Early Britney Spears.
Well done. Let's
you
see
know.
here. Let's get this thing here. So zoop. So here's all the stuff, guys. Here's some of the sample pages. Again, we're about to post some more because Hedwin is working on the colors.
Nice.
We have a whole bunch of stretch goals already unlocked. So you get a couple of chibi sticker or magnets, actually, a couple of chibi magnets by Bun Leung, Rookie and Schoolgirl. You get the Steampunk Critter trading card right there.
Nice.
You get there's a pinup added to the inside by Ryan Kincaid with Critter versus Iron Butterfly. Then we have the Jen Brumal line art trading card. And should
Jen
we
Brumal.
manage what?
I said, Jen Brumal.
Jen Brumal, yeah. Classic BDI Jen Brumal. And if we should manage to maintain 20,000, we will unlock one more trading card, a promo trading card for something special that we'll talk about when we decide it is appropriate to talk about it. Here
we're
are
not
the
in the
variant.
danger zone.
That's right. We're still in the danger zone. We have all the variant covers: Mars Foong, Bill McKay, Carl Liversidge, Jose Luis, the original Critter artist from 14 years ago, Crema Art, and Narcelio Sousa and MR Gunn, the first of our villain covers that we're going to be doing throughout these campaigns.
Awesome.
The Doghouse Team Up, which is the first of a series of team up covers we'll do. And then we have, of course, the trade paperback. This is the first time Volume 5 has been collected. This is issues 16 through 20. And then we have the Britney Spears celebration. January 12th was the 25th anniversary of Britney Spears' first album dropping. So we had Mr. Gunn.
I
Mr.
refuse
Gunn.
to believe that. We're not that old.
I know, right? It's terrifying. It's terrifying. That's the only downside to doing these anniversary things. It's
Yeah.
like, wait a minute. I feel like I'm counting down to something poor. So we had Brian here do a little Britney Ears celebration along with Sanju Nivengoon. So there you go. There is our Britney Ears
Awesome.
cover.
With
Yeah.
a little Brittany pink and a little critter blue in there. So
That's
yeah.
exactly right. That's
Mhm.
exactly right. Yes.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. And then this up here, this was the original Britney right there that
Mike Chrome.
Mike
Yes.
Chrome did a number of years ago.
Mhm.
And so we decided to keep it rolling, and we got this one happening here. We do have the figures available, the toys. If you did not get them, we got Critter toys you can have. We have Critter trading cards, metal cards. If you like the fancy stuff,
All the things.
if you like, if you just want to get into the whole series, you can buy the whole damn thing, or you can buy the pieces that you want or need. If you're missing books, you can add them individually, or you can just dive into the entire thing if you want. Mystery boxes are about 2/3 sold out.
Awesome.
9 Lives combo. So this is a discounted combo pack. So you get all 9 covers, plus the Britney Ears, plus the acrylic standee for a discounted price. Also remember that the prices that you're seeing on all of this, that includes your shipping. There's no extra cost. So it's $85, you're done. And then all of the covers can be turned into metal or foil, depending on how you like to do your fancy stuff. And then if you want to try out some other Big Dog Ink books, we've got other Big Dog Ink books available as well.
Oh, I see.
Metals
some
are
other good
numbered to
stuff
what
in
is it?
there.
Is it just to
Including the
10
new
and then
Shark book.
foils are printed to order?
All of them are printed to order. The metals are a minimum of 10. They always are a
Okay.
minimum of 10,
Okay.
yeah, but they're printed to order. So if we go to orders for 15, that's what we make. If we go orders for 7, we still make the 10. But the foils are a little different. Foils we make to order. So if we only get like 27, that's what we make. Plus, the artists get comps and stuff, but
Yeah.
that's your baseline order number. So yeah, and the Shark book coming next year, you can add that on too. So that is your campaign. So if you're watching and you got any questions, let me know. We're happy to chit chat about it.
So
I see
cool.
I see comments happening in here. The whole effing show. CB
right.
Zane. Mike likes the
Aw,
schoolgirl
CB.
cover.
Yep.
Brittany is cool. Yeah.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, man.
Tom and I used to talk about how I was gonna dress up as Britney, and then we would, I would do my Britney impression,
Mm-hmm.
but change the lyrics to like big dog stuff,
Mm-hmm. This is what I need for my
which I,
TikTok.
which I think would be awesome.
Careful, you're giving Tom more ideas.
This isn't a more idea. This is an idea that it's
Yeah.
here
It's already- it's
all
here,
the
yes.
time. All
it's
the
just
time.
it's just timing and getting
Right.
Yeah,
yes.
because that girl's a singer too. So I'm going to take advantage of all of the talent.
Just
She's
added the vocal
Allison
fry.
sounds like you were the whole package.
A package of what? I'm not sure, but
Package of awesomeness, of course.
Straight up awesome.
Yeah.
And
And you said that's probably going to be that's in next year's a new banner.
that's not probably. That's already done.
That's already done. Okay. Yeah.
That's on the banner. We'll show that to y'all next year. Yeah, 100%.
All right.
100%. If you got questions, Tom's will tease you, but nothing leaves the BDI think tank. That's right. I'll tell you what you need to know for now. That's how that works. Yes, that's correct.
Unless you're in the inner circle.
That's correct. If you are in the off air, you get bonus information.
Every once in a while.
That's
Every
right.
once in a while.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Although you have teased some stuff to me that you still have not explained.
What? Never. What? You can tell me what you don't know, and I'll see if I can tell you.
It's all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
We'll
right.
talk later.
She's just calling you out. It's okay.
She understands. She's been around for the burlesque marketing. She understands
Oh,
how
absolutely.
I run the show.
Speaking of burlesque,
Yeah.
you know that is becoming stage musical now?
Like they're going to adapt the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That sounds cool.
We'll have to go.
For sure.
You can come to New York and then we'll go to the city.
I mean, listen, you just invited me to come to see you.
Yeah.
To come to see a burlesque show.
Yeah.
Like all of this is good.
Yeah, so check.
This is all fine.
I mean, if people are unaware, he loves that movie.
I mean, I will. In fact, I just talked about that movie
It's actually
last
really
week.
good, though.
Last
I
week
like
we
it
were
too.
talking about guilty pleasures, and I was like, burlesque,
Why is it guilty, though?
because it's a corny movie. It's fun, but I can acknowledge that it's a corny rom-com thing.
It's the singing version of Coyote Ugly.
Perfect.
Sure. Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Coyote Ugly though has comic books in it,
Yes, that's true.
so
That's
there's
true.
a different level to Coyote Ugly.
You know, sorry. So I didn't know. I always thought. Rewind. First year-ish that I went to San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
We were having a party at the Hard Rock. And Coyote Ugly was like right there. And I went by and I was so excited and I was like, I gotta go in there. I didn't realize that it's not as G-rated as it is in the movie.
Well, yeah.
So
Surprise.
thankfully people did stop me before I went in. But I was like, what? Why? You're ruining it. For
From
me,
reality.
I'm sure a lot of other people like it more that way, but
Yeah, there's a Coyote Ugly in Vegas too. It's in the New York hotel.
and
Mhm.
it's not just fun dancing on a bar. Like,
I have, to be honest, I've never gone in because I don't drink. So going into a bar sort of is like whatever.
yeah,
Now, had I known that there was more than the movie happening on the bar, maybe I would have gone into the bar. But you know, without me knowing
Brad and I
what's,
are learning all sorts of new things.
without knowing what's going on, I'm not going to voluntarily
Ah.
go into a bar. Really, the closest thing that has happened is when you and I went to the arcade bar. The video game arcade.
I know
In-
exactly what you're talking about, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what? There was nothing there. What was?
No. That's what I'm saying. It was a bar. Though.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
bar with video games,
Yeah.
right? And
was
I'm
just-
and
it
I'm
was
like,
an
yeah, I'll
arcade.
go into a bar with video games. Like, why wouldn't I? makes
Really,
sense.
it was an arcade that had a bar.
And it was an arcade that served White Claw, is what it was. Yeah,
It's a cool place.
it was. Yeah, it was fun.
Was it one of those one-ups? Was it called one-up?
No, it's an independent little place in Cleveland, Ohio,
Okay,
where I was before.
nice.
16
was
bit,
cool.
I think.
It was cool.
Is what
I
it's
enjoyed
called.
it.
Yeah,
I
it was
enjoyed it.
pretty cool.
Yeah, they had some cool games, and it was like, I think it was like, I want to say it was unlimited play, wasn't it? Like if you were
Yeah.
drinking, you
Yeah,
could just
yeah.
play.
Yeah,
So I milked my White Claw for
yes.
like 3 hours.
But I think we both did. And I was like, yes, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Mhm.
I think we got some Dig Dug in there.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Did we do Simpsons?
Wow.
I feel like we had to have done Simpsons,
Don't
It's a good game, though.
right?
Yeah.
Arcade
If
game?
it was there, I would be surprised if you hadn't done it.
But like I gotta send you. In fact, I'm about to send you tomorrow a copy of the Video Games Day book that we did.
Those
so,
covers are awesome.
yeah, that's that guy right there.
Yep.
That's Brian.
Yes, sir. Thank
So
you.
good.
Yes.
So yeah, that was fun to do. That was a fun little weird book. Allison, it's funny because Allison's like in almost
There
all
it is. Yay.
Yeah.
Allison's like in almost all the camp crossover books.
Yes, the
And
supercard.
whenever she's on the page, I'll send her the page like, oh look, and she's like, oh my
except I didn't know that until way after.
yeah. Well, I show you now. Well, I didn't show you the whole video games book because I wanted you to be able to read it and read the story. But you saw a couple of the pages where you were in it.
I just saw camp crossover stuff. But
Yeah,
that was,
but the
yeah,
Video
that
Games
was-
Day
that
is a
was
camp
so weird.
crossover book. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I remember
Yes,
because
yes,
I sent
yes,
you the
'cause we-
page and
'cause
you
we
were
get in
like,
the car
is that my butt?
we're-
And I'm like, yeah, that's your butt.
I didn't say, is that my butt? No, I said, did I just spank myself? Because the Dorothy character slaps my butt.
Oh, that's
Yep.
right.
And I was like,
that was the
it's a
pillow
little,
fight
like,
one.
Inception.
Yes, that's very,
Yeah.
very,
Yeah.
Or I
that's-
was
very
like,
meta.
is
Very
that
meta.
Yeah.
Super meta. Yes. Yeah. I forgot about the pillow fight one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Well, I
That's
had
right.
fun because I read the video game one. I'm like, there she is. It's always fun to see the names that I know. So
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
a surprise. but it was cool. I liked it.
yes.
Oh
You
my
were
gosh.
immortalized.
15 minutes, guys. 15 minutes. We
15
are
minutes.
still in the danger zone.
No.
Danger zone.
And not in the good way, not in the
No.
Top Gun kind of way.
I was gonna say, not in the highway too, though.
To the danger zone. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I just watched those movies the other day again.
That new one's not bad. I hate Tom Cruise. Can't stand him. But like those movies are actually that new one's pretty good.
Yeah, it was like that was the third time I saw it, and it totally held up. Now, granted, as I was watching it, I don't know why I didn't catch this originally, but I was like, "Yo, this is just Star Wars with military dudes," because it's the trench run
Yeah,
with
they
a
gotta do-
launching
Yeah.
missiles, and I was like, "They
Yep.
just put a patch over Star Wars. Well, how did
Yep.
I not see this the first two times?" But yeah, it still was good. I liked it. It was fun, and watching them back to back. More or less was kind of interesting as
Yeah.
well. So yeah, they were cool. I supposedly they're working on a third one, and I'm here to tell you, Tom, like let's not push our luck
No.
because there's no rational reason that something called Top Gun 2 should have ever been good. But
That's
you
true.
did it. Yeah,
It
you
should
did it.
not.
You made it. Let's walk away
Yeah,
And on
like
a
how
high
many
note.
key
on a high note.
story
yes.
points can you pick up on the third one? It's really just kind
It's
of
tough.
you can't otherwise you're just duplicating part 2, which was duplicating part 1.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I've already heard a rumor that number 3 is coming out, so they're actually working on it. Apparently, it's the kid or something. I don't know what they're going to do, but I heard that. I'm like, are you serious?
I mean, there's the thing is that as a writer, I know how to write it. I know what
Yeah.
the organic storytelling is, and they talked about it even in the thing, right? Because there's no more pilots anymore; it's all drones. Like, there's a way to move it forward, but
Right.
I feel
Whether
like
they'll do it the right way or not, that's a whole
Yeah,
other.
right, yeah.
The next movie is just a whole bunch of guys with headsets on. And
yeah, it's just
Gaming
video
controls.
games, playing video games. Yeah,
Hey,
that's-
video games. There you go. See?
Right,
yeah. I don't know. I mean, I give him enough credit. I'd see it, but I'd be skeptical. I mean, I was super skeptical about number 2, but
Sure,
they managed it.
Well,
So-
I was kind of with you. I'm like, I'll wait and see. We'll see what happens. So, and shall reserve
just-
judgment.
I just watched this thing the other night. It took me 3 tries to finish it. It's called I've been down this shark rabbit hole. It's way too much. So there's this thing that I've heard about for so long, and it was finally on Amazon. So I was like, okay, let's go. And it's called Cruel Jaws, and it has often been marketed as Jaws 5 because it was released like in Europe, like as Jaws 5. The first question I have is, how did it get released? Because this is some trash. I mean, this is unbelievable, horrible, terrible, everything, right down to it's just theft because they're pulling not all of it, but like a lot of the shark scenes are just from Jaws, like literally straight out of the movie. They're just
No
pulling
way.
shark scenes and putting it
Wow.
in their movie from Jaws 1, Jaws 2, Jaws 3, and then some other shark films. They're just pulling those special effects, and they're like, we need a Jaws shot. Well, there, take this Jaws shot and put it in there.
Wow.
And then
Yikes.
and then all the dialogue is just Jaws dialogue, sort of re-Tetrised, so that you're watching a scene that you don't think is going to be that scene, but then all the dialogue starts running into Jaws dialogue and stuff. It was just like, this is, and the acting is terrible, like beyond terrible. But then as I finished it today, they not only were ripping off Star Wars or Jaws actual footage, there was Star Wars music in it.
No.
With like dun 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 dun.
Oh my
dun.
God.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
It's wild. If you guys
I
have
a hard
Amazon,
time believing
That's
Lucasfilms didn't jump
crazy.
on that.
I'm telling you, I have no reason to lie to you. If
He's
you
trying to
have
get us all to
Amazon,
watch it. It's a scam. He's working for him.
Right? That's what I was
Exactly.
I get kickbacks every time someone watches it.
It's like they well, what are the popular movies? So okay, we like Jaws, that's the shark movies, but Star Wars is, we'll just mash that into there. It's like,
Well, it's funny
Yeah,
because
why
it
not?
starts, you'll hear the theme and it'll start up, dun, 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 and then it drifts off into other weird notes, but it's 100% Star Wars for like 8 seconds. And then it, rolls off into another thing.
which is like 3 seconds too far for sampling, or is it just
Yeah, right. If they did 9 seconds, they'd get sued, right? I don't know.
Right.
It's, oof, holy cow.
Oh my goodness.
We did get another backer pushing us a little bit higher.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's scroll back up to the top here and see what's going on. 298. We're still there, guys. We're still there. We'll show you what that stretch goal is if we can hold on to this.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
we're.
there it is.
I was going to say something, but I'm not going to jinx it, so I won't say anything.
Oh man, it's like we have to do these shows just because if I wasn't doing it, I would just be sitting at my computer anyway, like refresh for 2 hours. I would just be
Every now and then,
clicking
refresh. Damn it. Refresh.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah. So I appreciate you all hanging out and keeping the anxiety levels a little lower.
Keeping you entertained, at least.
Gotta keep it mellow.
for sure. Oh God, yeah. If it was funny because as I was watching, the thing ended so abruptly that I missed it. I was like, suddenly they were in this scene where all the people that survived were like having a party or something. I was like, what did I miss? Like, how did we end it? What happened? And I had to rewind to find out how they killed the shark because I literally missed it. It went so fast. It was really like, oh, we're done. Oh, okay. Guess we're done.
It's like, dead shark. Okay.
Yeah, dead shark. Oh, we're dead. Okay,
All right.
fine.
Did they
fine.
have a celebration on Endor?
They had a celebration with a seal. There was a seal.
Oh.
tell
Well,
you
short, dark,
Right,
furry.
yeah, that-
there
that
you go.
works.
There was a
Of
seal.
course.
Yeah. Yeah. And a kid with really terrible teeth that
Okay.
for whatever reason they wanted to like get right in as she was smiling. I'm like, okay, that's a long
Uncomfortable.
shot. That's a long shot. Let's pan away.
We don't need to see more of that.
Pan away.
That's enough of that.
Pan away.
Moving
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So I just got messages from Headwind.
Oh,
Yeah, he's got one page finished up here. So shall we look at it?
yes, please.
Let's do it.
Okay, we can do that. So this is the page that follows the big crash. I got to get it loaded up here. So this is what we showed you earlier. This is page 2 and 3. Where is it? Where is it?
I was going to say
I know you're here.
You
There
have
it
to
is.
find the right one. There it is. There's the right one.
Yeah. So that's page 2 and 3. And then page 4 just came in. And I got to find it. Where did I save it? Somewhere here. There it is. So there's page 2 and 3. So of course that's Critter and Murder. They were fighting in the sky, and as we all know, gravity always wins. So they hit the street. As you can see, the Clockwork Kitten, the steampunk critter, is yanking the family out of the way so they don't get squished. And here is page 4. As we find out what happened to Critter, we get another little shot of the Clockwork Kitten there. So there is page 4. We'll have more pages coming in. He says he's got more almost done.
Nice.
So there is a new page for y'all as we're rolling along on this book. Again, though, all the art is done. So we're just waiting on the colors and the letters, which will move pretty quickly. We'll have all this done in February, to the printer in March, and then shipping to you guys in April. April.
Woohoo.
Yay.
Yeah, boy.
I'm trying not to like lean in really
I
far.
know.
Yeah, I
had-
know. It's.
I had to put you on my phone, so everything's really.
Oh, you're super
Really,
small
really
then. Yeah.
tiny,
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you're super.
Super tiny. Super tiny.
Yeah, I'm trying not to pull out my glasses. It's like- So, no,
Yes,
but
new
what I do see
pages.
that looks really good. So,
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's going to be good, man. I'm excited about this this whole arc and finally getting to tell this story that's been in my brain for so long. So yeah, it's really nice, really nice. I'm excited. Omar and Hedwin are fantastic. And for those that don't know the names, they just did the book for Coffin Comics called Lady Satanis. So if you guys are familiar with Brian Polito's book that they did, you're going to get a similar, art style to that. So, and I had no idea that they were doing that book. So I was like, oh crap, this looks really, because I saw the campaign and I was like, oh, this looks really good. And then I saw who it was and I was like, yes,
Yes.
that's what we want. Oh my God. 5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes. We have to survive 5 minutes.
We can do it.
Can do it. You can,
You can do it.
You can do it.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
I know way too many lines for movies. I'm always quoting movies, and my wife's awesome. She knows every quote that I know, so she laughs. But like, you go out in public and you quote stuff, and people are like, "What are you talking about?"
Well, you and your wife are a good team that way. So
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, Trish watches us on TV apparently. So I got a picture from them last time where they put our feed up on their big TV, and so there was a picture of Trish like watching the TV, and then like Mike was behind her. So I got this like perspective shot.
That's fun.
Nothing wrong with a big screen.
Nope.
I'm glad I have an HD
For
camera
real.
so you can really see the resolution and large.
You get
scale of
every
my
pore.
face. Yeah.
Yes. Probably why I don't have one. So, but 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Oh, I got to make sure this thing is updated. Oh, it's updating because the minutes are counting down. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
And
can't
then of
believe how
course
much
we
jump
will
around, though.
we'll get to watch the confetti
Fireworks. Yeah.
fireworks. Yep.
Ooh.
Oh, so exciting! Confetti fireworks.
I know, right? Everybody, that's what some guys were telling me. They're like, "Did you see the fireworks?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
I'm
Like,
ready
when
for it.
you finish, there's fireworks. I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Mhm.
3 minutes, guys. 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Final countdown. Exactly.
Can't even say that without hearing it.
Right?
No, exactly.
I just read it and it. Yeah.
Yep. We like I said, we're all we're all in a good group here because it's like we're all in the same. Yep. It's Tom Cats. Yes, fireworks.
Thanks, Mike. It's just playing.
Now it's in my head.
Well, we can't sing it, or we're going to get kicked off.
I know, we can't, and we only have
They're
2
like,
minutes.
You're
so we
using
can't do
music
it.
that doesn't belong to you.
Yep.
I just said DDD. I don't know what
No,
you're
no,
talking
you're,
about.
No, I immediately heard it. It was like, oh, final countdown.
We're all doing it.
It's the 80s, man. You can't
Yeah, I love me some 80s music.
you can't get away from it.
You know what's funny is with all the remakes, it's funny nobody's tried to remake that song yet.
That's true.
I mean, I don't know.
it's because nobody can do the guitar solo.
There aren't
Up,
such
up.
thing as guitar solos anymore in music. For
I
some
know.
reason, people stop playing them.
That's why we only listen to the 80s.
This is why I'm an 80s fan. Yes, we've popped into the seconds now.
Yeah, the official true countdown, folks. Appreciate you all for being part of this. Again, regardless of the final total, this has been a successful campaign. We're already working on covers for issue 2, or not issue 2, but the next campaign. The book is already finished art-wise. Colors are coming, so this is going to be go. It's going to be super fun. Super fun. I'm excited to finally get to tell this damn story. It's been too long. It's been way too long. And then we get to do our BD 14 anthology this summer. I'll go ahead and tell you that part of this critter story will be taking part in that. So I'll tell you that that's part of it.
Okay. Is that the one that you still have to write?
That's the one that I have to write. Yes. The other 2 are done. Lori and Barry are done.
Okay.
They were like done in like 3 days. They were like, yeah, I'm in. Here it is. Oh, all right. Showing me up.
I'm slacking.
It's fine. It's fine. I like it. It gets us ahead, and we can just hand it off to the artists like right now and have it ready. It's going to be good. Oh
Excited.
my God. 30 seconds. Why do I feel dread?
What's up?
In the red.
The last
Remember
2
to
hours has been
breathe.
nothing but dread.
Remember to breathe.
Exactly.
I
Oh,
can
Oh
just see
my
him
God.
like holding it the rest of the time.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
All
All right, guys. It looks like we did it. Looks like we did it. We done did it. Kapoof.
Confetti.
Kapoof.
There it is.
The confetti fireworks. Yeah.
Yeah,
Confetti
make those.
pop.
So worth it.
That's it. That's
Exactly.
it, guys. Man, 3 weeks of this. I don't know if we're doing 3 weeks ever again. I'm gonna cut this down to 2 weeks because I can't cope. But no, this was fantastic. So 20K officially,
Officially.
guys.
Ooh.
So the final stretch goal, and this was something that I had planned if we should get to 20. I didn't think we would, but we'll do a little special thing here. So for those that don't know, 2024 is the 40-year anniversary of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Right. And I've had sort of a weird new thing in the back of my head for a while. And I was talking to MR Gunn about it. I was like, you want to design something for me? And we can do this similarly to what we did with Princesses versus Zombies. And we can release the characters as art prints and, kind of lead people into the ultimate story. And he was like, yeah, let's do this. And so Allison's actually already seen this. So what we have is we're doing see, she's one of the off-air people that gets to see things. So what we're doing is we're going to be creating a new sort of title character group of things. It is called 20-something redhead cat girls. That is the thing. 20-something redhead cat girls. And this is the first character. It's going to be very much like a Ninja Turtles meets the Powerpuff Girls type of storyline, kind of superhero sci-fi thing, leaning into the fun side of like Powerpuff Girls stuff. So this is going to be your stretch goal. Everybody's going to get a trading card of this promo card. What we're going to be doing, like I said, is we're going to release these as art prints down the line. So when we do the BD14 campaign, we'll have all 4 of the 20-something redhead cat girls available as art prints, and that'll introduce the characters, and then that'll help us start to lead us into when we actually do a story for them. But MR Gunn is doing all the designs, and this is the first. And you guys, this is the first public appearance
Ta-da!
of the art. So 20K, you guys get a bonus promo card and a little look into the future of some Big Dog Inc. stuff, and that's what we got for you. Yes.
Very, very cute and sassy.
Yeah, I like her
Yes.
look.
Mhm.
Yeah,
She
we
wearing combat
worked on
boots?
this for a while. Like we were going through a lot of things, and the shirt was was an accident. And as it turned out, I was like, that's fucking brilliant.
It was obviously
so-
a good accident.
Yeah, he had the black shirt and he put the V on it, the gold V. I didn't ask him to. He was like, let's put a thing, and I was like, the V. And the instant I saw it, I was like, put whiskers on that.
Yep.
And he was like, oh, I get it. Tick tick, and we've got a little cat logo just like that. So yeah, it was great. He was awesome to work with, and hope you guys like the rest of them. We'll show them to you when the time is right.
Yay.
Ding.
More fun stuff.
No more. You saw nothing. You saw nothing.
Poof.
So yeah, there it is. There it is, folks. We're all done. We're all done until February 29th.
Yes.
Hey, congratulations!
Yeah. Yay.
All done till February 29th, folks.
Nice.
As we continue to expand the Critterverse. Hey, do we need to get you a suit of armor, Allison?
Absolutely. The answer to that is always yes.
All right. I like
I
the
want-
enthusiasm.
I mean, but I want all the costumes.
Of course.
So I don't know. We'll see. The problem is getting to conventions and stuff now, because we're open weekends and
Mhm.
Yeah.
my days off are Monday and Tuesday, and I'm like, nobody does anything on Monday and Tuesday.
That's a tough one.
So
Well, like I told you earlier, I will simply veto you working on a particular weekend, and they will send you
Yeah.
to me, and that'll be that.
That'll be that. There we go.
That'll be
but
that.
I'm ready. I need all the costumes. I still want to do the Marie Antoinette costumes.
Oh, that would be cool to see you do that. Yeah.
She's even got, for those that don't know, the CB Zane did a wrestling cover, right? And so in the wrestling cover, Antoinette comes down with like a pony, like a pony on a stick.
Like a hobby horse thing.
Yeah, hobby horse.
Okay.
and I got Allison a hobby horse, so she has that prop. She's ready to go.
Oh yeah.
I like it.
Pretty pumped.
Yes, and Mike says Mike is already leaning you into Joan of Arc. He would like to see you as Joan of Arc.
Yes.
I want those wings.
I think that's the real reason he wants the Joan of Arc, because we
Yeah.
all want the wings. Yes.
Yes.
Well,
Yep.
Yeah, we actually had somebody at Dragon Con a long time ago do a Joan of Arc cosplay, and I was with Jen Broomall, and we were, I don't know what we were doing, roaming around somewhere, and
You and Jen together. Yeah, I can see that.
yeah, we were just, it was just whatever it was, and then so she calls us and she's like, oh, I'm gonna do the cosplay, because if Dragon Con is ridiculous.
Yes.
And at the end of I think it's Saturday night, they have just a gigantic party. Like, just come to the hotel, and it's an immense ballroom, and people are in cosplay and just doing whatever they do. And she was like, yeah, I'm going to be at the party, and I'm going to be doing the Joan cosplay. And we were like, okay, where are you? She was like, you'll see me. We were like,
You can't miss me.
okay, but like left, right. She's like left-ish, sort of like 10 o'clock high. And we were like, okay. So we go into the room, and it's just a madhouse. I mean, absolute madhouse. And we're like, okay, so 10 o'clock, like, there she is. Because she had built the wings, and the wings were sticking up over the crowd. And it was just like, I mean, we were, I don't even know, I mean, 50 yards away, and she was just, sticking up
She
over
made
the crowd.
spotlight.
That's awesome.
Yeah, 100%. And so we kind of went through the crowd and found her, and we got a couple of pictures with her, and she did a great job. So that was super fun.
That's cool.
Super fun. But yeah, building your own wings, that's no small feat.
No, that is an endeavor.
For sure. Yes.
And I'm sure Allison knows, having done a lot of cosplay, just sometimes making all the appropriate accoutrements and everything to go with it. It's a lot of work.
Yeah. I haven't done anything crazy like that, but
It's hard to navigate through shows.
crazy in different ways, making sure everything stays where it's supposed to be. And
That is important as well. That is
all
very
of that.
important as well. Yes. Yeah, I'm with
Uh,
Brian. I can only imagine seeing the people when they do these elaborate ones, then trying to navigate
Yeah.
through certain areas. That's I noticed that the ones who really are serious about it all usually have somebody with them to help them
Yeah.
navigate and hold the crowds and make sure they don't hurt themselves or others.
The guys who do their giant like machine, I don't know. They're all like gaming characters, I think,
Yeah.
but those are crazy.
Yeah. Yep.
Can't walk around without stepping on somebody.
Exactly. Make way. There she is.
Ah,
So there you go, guys. We've been talking about her cosplay all night, so we had to find one. I was looking for your critter costume from C2E2, but I think that's
Yeah.
just on my phone. I don't think I've transferred it over yet. But
We'll
it
get on
was
that,
funny
Tom.
because not only did she do that, but she got interviewed by the local TV station, and so she actually ended up as a clip on the local TV station in her critter costume. So that's somehow it's the only picture I have. I don't know how that worked.
this one?
Yeah, no,
No way.
of critter when you were critter.
Oh, okay.
That's the only critter costume I have of you, and
Yeah.
I don't know how that worked, but that's how it worked.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll
Aw.
have to look through my stuff, see if I have anything.
Yes, it does rock. It's badass.
Hey, thanks, man.
It's super cool.
I was
and then-
so excited that I got to do that photo shoot with the horse, though.
Yeah,
Um,
that's what I was just about to pull up here.
Yeah. He was a giant boy. And my first bareback riding experience. So trying to get onto a horse that's like, I don't know,
Huge.
8-10 feet tall or something, without having any saddle or stirrups.
It's
Difficult
yeah.
feat.
it's not easy.
No.
you really do need somebody to give you a leg up.
But his we were about I think his back was about as tall as me.
Yeah. He looks about 15, 16 hands. So yeah, he's a big boy.
About your chin for sure, you could tell. Yeah.
Mhm. That's cool.
Yep.
It's a good time.
Yeah, it's good stuff. It's good stuff.
It's a great pick.
guys. Here's a closer shot of Brian's cover there.
Yeah.
There
For
we
those of you that are
go.
getting it.
Got to work on my abs for that one.
Brittany.
And we've been talking about the Shark Book. There's a little preview of the Shark Book, everybody. That's Jason. I've been told it's pronounced Jason Hare, not Hay Hare. So
Oh,
it's
okay.
Jason Hare. I have to
Jason
get
Hare.
used to that.
Yeah,
Like
me
Blair,
too.
Yeah, basically.
but-
Yep. Jason Hare is doing the art for our Shark Book. So there is that.
I apologize, Jason, for mangling your name.
Yeah, no, I did it the same way.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there is the actual Shark Book that'll be out next year. So a few things for you guys can check out. Yeah, I think that's about all we can really show you at this stage of the game. So we're in good shape. So we still got people watching. Anybody have any questions for us? Otherwise, we're going to let everybody bug out this evening. Thanks for hanging out with me, y'all.
This was fun.
Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
Thanks for
congrats on
inviting
your
me.
campaign, man. Good job.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Thank you. Appreciate it. We'll do it all again in a few weeks. That's what it
This Tom
seems
is a
like all the
glutton for
time.
punishment.
What you got to do, keep the wheels turning.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm on a show tomorrow that is called, what did they call it? I can't think of what it's just something about come see the show about nothing, everything, and sharks. Like that's literally the title of the show. So I'm like, yeah, all of those things I can talk about. That's fine.
Because Tom hates everything except
Yeah,
sharks.
except sharks. Except sharks. Well, I hate cruel jaws.
And
but-
Godzilla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Godzilla, it's true.
Yes, that's true. That's true. So whenever you need a co-host for your show, you let me know.
Me?
Yes.
Oh,
We,
yeah.
we talked about your
Yeah.
shows.
Yeah,
So
you need to be on Oz and Claws. Like
Awesome
that'll
Claus,
be-
yeah.
I have all kinds of stuff that I want to do. But
Oh, good.
one of the things that I really, really want to do is just interview people
Sure.
about their sort of Oz experience. So, I mean, obviously you will be on that.
I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously. I have 11 years at minimum worth of Oz stories.
So he's good for multiple episodes.
I
Good
hope
for
so.
11 episodes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Right down to the first year was something. Every year kind of seemed to be something. Which is good. I mean, that's kind of for those that don't know, Oz Extravaganza, it's not really a con. It's like a big festival. So it's like an outdoor festival. And they have this big tent, Glinda's tent, they call it, and all the guests kind of hang out under there and do our thing. And then we do the parade on Saturday. And there's, after hours shows where some of the guests sometimes get interviewed. A lot of Oz history stuff they do there. So if you like Oz in general, you'll have a good time. If you just want to come see me, you'll still have a good time.
That's true.
And then there's the museum in town, of course, which is really cool. And Allison will give you a personal tour.
I will give you a tour. I will drop some knowledge.
Woohoo!
She knows some stuff. All
Couple
right.
things.
I think we're done, everybody.
All right.
I think that's it. So again, thanks for hanging with us, everybody. Thanks for hanging with me, y'all, in the
Thank you.
boxes. In the boxes.
You got it. Thanks for the
And
invite.
congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and
Thank
congrats.
you, everybody. So I'm gonna go talk to Allison about turning her into Brittany Ears now. So we'll we'll see you all later.
You guys.
I should end the
Bye.
stream, I guess. That's it, guys.